one and all, and welcome back to the Great Unknown Audio Show with me, Maxim Jennings, and my travel companion, Mr. Nikolai Brown. Nick, how are you doing?
Easy now.
And today we have a very special guest, our driver and new friend, Sonu. How are we, Sonu?
Hi, how are you?
Very good, thank you. And today we have a very special treat for you. We are at one of the most renowned theatres in the world, Destination Berlin, in Jaipur, and we are watching our first ever Bollywood film. Nick, what's the name of the film?
Fighter,
Which
is basically Top Gun, but an Indian version.
Bollywood version. So, following our viewing of the film, we will be back with you to give you our verdict, and Sonu will be able to give us some very special thoughts on what he thought about the film. So please tune in for that. We look forward to hearing from you after the film. All right, we are back, fresh off watching one of the best films of the year in Fighter. Absolutely fantastic, star-studded cast, filled with action, love, death. It had everything, Nick, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a great film. To give a synopsis, basically terrorists in cahoots with the Pakistani government plan an attack on the Indian Air Force recruits, and from there
All hell breaks
loose.
Our male protagonist, Patty, finds himself in a complex situation where he is clearly the best fighter pilot in the Indian Air Force, but sometimes takes matters into his own hands, and for that, not following command, is demoted back to the Indian Air Force Academy. Before times get tough, Pakistan have the upper hand, and his fighter pilot and best friend, Taj, is captured by the Pakistani terrorists. And then Patty must take things into his own hands and rescue his friend and fight off the Pakistani bad guys. A very patriotic film filled with chaos and angst at some points for the audience. We were seated in one of the best cinemas I have ever seen in my life. Only one screen in the entire theatre, filled with red and a shell-type ceiling. It really gave me strong Moulin Rouge vibes from the Broadway production, but an absolutely fantastic venue with an audience that were full of energy. At any point you saw our protagonist do good or show any form of romance towards his female counterpart, then there was noise, there was joy, jubilation in the air. And I think both of our favourite parts and the real trademark of Bollywood cinema, in the middle of the film, a dance, a fantastic dance, a well choreographed and fantastic songs to go along with our energetic dance, including our male and female leads. And really, Nick and I were only left with wanting more following the success of the Indian Air Force. Maybe there could have been a dance at the end, and that really would have topped things off at the final point. But Sonu, any thoughts? You enjoyed the film?
Very enjoy.
Yes. And out of 10, what would you give the film?
Yes, 10 or 10.
10 out of 10.
10 or 10.
It's
between the movie, I feel the nation.
yes.
Yeah, patriotic. Yeah, very patriotic, wasn't it?
And it really felt like at the end of this film that Kashmir was India.
Yes.
So there you have it, folks. Our first ever Bollywood film review, our first ever Bollywood viewing, and what a hit it was. And hopefully it won't be the last for Nick and I.
Maybe just a disclaimer, I find it very hard to believe that the Indian government didn't sponsor that film.
Well,
It seemed like a propaganda film, but it was great.
it was absolutely fantastic, full of everything you want from an action film. Maybe even better than Top Gun, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen Top Gun, so
Oh, that's poor.
Top Gun now has a very high bar to reach. So
Yeah, well,
hopefully
you
it's
need to
just as
watch
good.
that and compare. But we're very grateful for you listening once again. Hopefully we have some more film reviews in the future. But for now, thank you very much for listening to another instalment of our journey around